Everybody on these YouTube channels lying. Everybody lying. Everybody this big time trending topic. Everybody these hardcore gangsters. Everybody gonna do this to each other when they see each other. And truth be told, we too blessed and we be having too many views in this YouTube shit to be going to war with each other. And truth be told, don't nobody wanna fight nobody on this YouTube shit. Cause 98% of these YouTubers is cowards.
Now that's Huggie Pacino certified.
What's going on, y'all? It's Huggie Pacino back with another video. Well, I'm taking a stab at Gematria for once in this video, and I've never really done a breakdown. But I thought this story was very interesting. A 103-year-old woman from Massachusetts beats coronavirus and celebrates with a Bud Light. Now, since the last couple of days I wanted to do this story, they've actually added a video instead of just a picture of the woman holding the Bud Light in her hand. So we go over the article here. Easton, Massachusetts. Now I want to put that out there. Easton is on my list. It's right next to, I want to say Brockton. It's in Bristol County, I believe. So that's like one of my spots that I plan to move to. It's like on my list of many cities in the state. Anyway, Shelley Gunn describes her Polish grandmother, Jeannie Stenia, as having a feisty spirit. Stenia certainly displayed that spirit as the 103-year-old woman recently survived a bout with the coronavirus. 3 weeks ago, Gunn and said Stenia was the first to test positive for coronavirus in her nursing home. All right. She had a low-grade fever and was moved to a separate ward. Stenia didn't really grasp or understand COVID-19, Gunn said, but did know she was very ill. Gunn said there was always a staff member by her side. As Stenia's condition worsened, Gunn said that they called to say that what they thought were their final goodbyes. She thanked Stenia for everything she had done for her. When Stally's husband, Adam Gunn, asked whether Stenia was ready to go to heaven, she replied, "Hell yes." What 103-year-old woman would say that? But I digress. But on May 13th, Gunn said she got good news. Stenia had recovered. Sound like a movie, doesn't it? Let's continue. This feisty old Polish grandmother of ours officially beat coronavirus, Adam Gunn said. We're truly thankful. The staff gave Stenia an ice cold Bud Light to celebrate something she loved, but hadn't had in a long time, Gunn said. Stenia was the first resident in the nursing home to recover. They still have 33 cases of coronavirus, Gunn said. Pay attention to the numbers. May 13th, 33 cases. Let's continue. To cheer us up, a man built a giant laughing kookaburra while he was on lockdown. You see that? Funny little stories they add in because they try to distract you. Let's continue. Here goes a picture of Stenia, and I'm assuming the granddaughter and the great-granddaughter or whatever. Stenia has lived all her life in Massachusetts. Her husband Teddy died in 1992 at the age of 82, married in 1938. They were together for 54 years. Alright? Pay attention to the 54 and the 38. She was an avid bingo player, enjoyed reading, and loved to crochet until she got arthritis. Gunn said she has quite a few blankets Stenia made. She is also a hardcore Boston sports fan. She used to sit outside and listen to the Red Sox on the radio, Gunn said. Stenia has 2 children, 3 grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren, and 3 great-great-grandchildren, Gunn said. Reach reporter Donna Whitehead at DWhitehead at wickedlocal.com. Now, pay attention to the numbers that I just mentioned. We're going to go over a few things in my notes here. Now, for the record, the numerology of the date that she quote unquote recovered from corona. The date was officially May 27th, 2020. The numerology for that date could be also said to be 52 and 18. The numerology for the date that she correct me if I'm wrong. Let me go back to it. They said May 13th. Okay, hold on. They said May 13th. May 13th was the actual good news that she recovered. The 27th was the day they reported it. Alright, so let me get that correct. So the date of the report was May 27th. The recovery was May 13th. So back to the numerology. May 13th recovery numerology is 47 and 13. Alright. Her birthday, January 12th, 1917. The numerology for that is 22 and 31. Notice the 31 and the 13 overlap. A perfect synchronicity. 31 and 13. Perfect synchronicity of her birthday and the actual date that they say she recovered. Not to mention the 33 cases. Alright. Now, USA Today also has in Gematria 106, 225, 110, and 47. As we get over here, USA Today, everything I said as promised. 106, and what people need to know is that Gematria, there's 4 main ciphers: English ordinal, full reduction, reverse ordinal, and reverse full reduction. All right. Now, when you have this thing in here, you type in a word, and it gives you the actual Gematria in 4 ciphers, and you hit match, and it's going to give you different matches for that particular Gematria, and it'll load, and then you have to take a little bit, and eventually it'll pop up. But we want to point out a few things. All right, from the date of her birthday to the actual date of the actual, let me see, put her birthday in here, 1917, to the actual date of her recovery, calculates to, well, let's not do the 20, let's do 2020, because our birthday would be of 2020. Definitely wouldn't be 19. Alright, so it's 123 days. Alright, so you gotta also keep in mind, there's a few things to point out here. 123 days from the actual, now this is what you have, right? One day is added as well, so that'll be 124, 122, 123, somewhat, yeah. But anyway, we're gonna put in the report. The actual date of the report is what really matters, which are equal to 136 days. Now they labeled the 13th, but let's just say the 27th was when the report came out. Now there was 122 days from the diagnosed day, which would be, from the birthday, which is, January 12th to that date. Now 136 is based on this, right? Now what we want to do is we want to go over the few things that we found in Gematria. Now I could put all this in a calculator, but first I want to talk about is the address. Now I'm not going to put an address out there. You could Google it and get it yourself, but the numbers of our address is 31. I thought that stood out. And the Gematria of the actual address is 157, 58, 194, and 77, right? When we go back up here, right here, you type in her name. Gonna put in Jenny Senior. Alright, now we got 126. Now immediately when I thought about 136, the actual date from her birthday to the actual date of the story was 136, and immediately what popped up in the search was Andy Reid, right? It was Andy Reid in Gematria, 136 in reverse, right? Now what does Andy Reid have to do with the connection of this actual story? Now we all know that Bud Light is one of the main promoters of football and sports in general. As a matter of fact, I don't even think Bud Light is a major major promotion for the NBA. I want to say more so of the NFL. I could be wrong about that, but I know NFL is mainly a big supporter of its, beer companies such as Anheuser-Busch or whatever the case may be. Now, Andy Reid, he just won the Super Bowl. All right. Now, for those Patriot fans who aren't aware of their traditional losses in the Super Bowl, before the 2000 era, they were in Super Bowls before that. And we want to go back to Super Bowl 31. Magical number, isn't it? Now, the perfect number what brought me here was like Super Bowl 31. I'm like, oh, 31, 13, perfect number, isn't it? Now, New England lost that Super Bowl. All right. All right, lost the Super Bowl. So remember, as you can see here, the favorite Packers were supposed to win by 14. It's a perfect synchronicity of the point spread, which they exactly won exactly by 14. And the Packers, Andy Reid was an assistant coach. He wasn't the head coach. Mike Holmgren was the coach. And if you look at the number 14, New England scored 14 points in the first quarter. That's another, obvious thing. And then you look at the 21, Patriots being the second seed, Packers being the first seed. New England only scored 21, but scored 14 in the first quarter. And second quarter, they scored 0. That's 2-1. But then another thing stood out. The Super Bowl was in New Orleans, Louisiana. We go back over here to our thingamajig here. Now, I'm going to be all over the place, but follow me. The 14 days apart are the actual, as you can see here, the numerology of the 13th, which was the date of the actual cure of the diagnosis of the coronavirus. And the story hit the fan on the 27th, okay? 14 days apart, right? Andy Reid was favored by 14 points. Packers quarterback and assistant coach. First Super Bowl was against the Patriots. The Patriots, for those who don't know, is a Boston team, all right? They won by a perfect number, 14. Jenny Stinger's name perfect synchronicity is 126. As we go back over here to the calculator. $126. Perfect synchronicity, isn't it? But it gets better. So we go back over here, like I said, when you type in New Orleans, 126. All right. Massachusetts, remember, we're going to go over this too. The state of Massachusetts, 84 in reduction, also 33. But I'm going to be nice about 33. The main thing I want you to focus on is 84 as we go back up here. When you type out the word 84, 136. The same synchronicity as we stated here. You can also type in Brookline, Massachusetts and Andy Reid, all equal to 136. Alright. Now, 122 days from the diagnosis to the birthday, scripted. And if you type in the word 122, you also get the word scripted, 122, as well as police officer, which is one of the main stories we have going on, 122. And you also get the World Health Organization, 122. All right. Now I also want to point out something. Bud Light and Gematria, 83, 38. Perfect numbers. Matched up, correct? And if you look down here, 38 is also matched to COVID-19. See that? 38. If you type in 33, you get those, you know, same little numbers that match up here and there. But then, like I said, you got Easton. Am I typing it in right? Easton Mass. I think it's Mass, right? Yo, Easton by itself. Sorry. Easton by itself. 34 is the full reduction. 34 also matches to Bud Light, which is a reverse, right? Is Bud Light? Yeah, 43. Isn't it 43? Okay. Yeah, see, I'm new to this. I did something wrong here. Bug. Because I'm like, I know I took my notes. 43. I typed in bug. See, I'm new to this. I'm still learning. But yeah, you got Bud Light and all the, you know, those main things. That's so COVID-19, Easton, Bud Light, Massachusetts. Oh yeah, and hell yes, it's 31 in reverse. Don't believe me? Because they put that in quotations. Hell yes, 31. You also could take the 103, drop the 0. That's 13. They make this shit very obvious. Like, but it's all about knowing what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, you can pretty much figure this shit out. That a lot of these numbers, like none of these numbers sync into the perfect synchronicity of the story. Like, most likely this story is not even real. Like, they're saying this lady had corona. Like, this lady has to have the most incredible immune system. This shit is killing people that are infants, as they say. In Connecticut, you know the story about the infant baby, that they never retracted the story. The governor never came out and said that that baby didn't die of coronavirus. And they're going to say that that baby died of coronavirus when that baby died of accidental strangulation. Alright? So I just thought I'd take the time to do this. I wanted to do this live, but for some reason, you know, YouTube is not making my notifications work. But I had to get this out because, you know, but let's watch the video, shall we? Let me refresh the page here. Can I refresh the page? Okay, here we go. Reload.
Hospital, they said I was a miracle. Maybe I was.
This is the first time that the emotion is finally coming out.
I'm a cystic fibrosis warrior, and I beat COVID-19.
I am tough, but you know what?
The 6-year-old boy beat COVID-19. See, notice how they put all the survivors there. Come on now. Let's continue.
But it's positive thinking. That's all it is.
I never felt breathless, and I never for one moment thought I was going to die.
You never thought you were gonna die? Really? The greatest World War II generation. Come on now.
Hard way to do what I'm told when I need to do it, when I'm supposed to do it, and I think that brought me through quite a bit.
It made me realize I never got to cry. You know, I never sat in the hospital and cried. I never allowed that fear to sort of take over because I had to do that. You know, I had to be strong for myself.
Why you ain't cried in? I saw you tried to tear, but it didn't work. I'm not saying that the lady didn't get sick, but I'm just going by what I see.
I've got two great grandsons. One is 5 years old, the other is just 11 months. But I could hear them out playing, and that kind of helped an awful lot there.
That's my Anna Banana. I told her as soon as we can get out and start shopping again, gonna go find that S to put on her chest, because she is definitely our superwoman.
You notice how they didn't even put the, you know, the story of the lady. You know, and as like I said, like, the last thing you will want and I want to speak for everyone. I think we all can agree on this. I think the last thing you want, you're 103. Because it's a blessing to see 40, 50, 60, 70 years on this earth. The last thing you want to see is your grandfather or grandmother drink a beer at 103 years old after they just defeated a virus that could have, quote unquote, took their life. If that's what they want you to believe, this is poor. This is horribly a poor story to be written and to be given to you. Anyway, I want to also make a note again, just in case you didn't hear it. Maybe it went over your head. 52, 47, 1331. Did I get it? Okay, I was wrong about that. Yeah, 47, 47, 47. Just thought I'll put that out there. It's Huggie Pacino for the Huggie Pacino effect. Thank you for watching. This is my first Gematria story. Now it might be a little sloppy, but I think I did some justice. You know, Green Bay Packers beating the Patriots in 1997 was a good find to connect the story of early this year. Kansas City gave Andy Reid as a head coach his first Super Bowl. And by the way, give me 1 second. Now maybe, just maybe, you slept on this video because, well, and I'm not the first one to introduce this, but I only got 101 views. Oh, but anyway, not that I care, as long as the information hits somebody's ear, right? Pay attention to the 222 salute to Andy Reid. All right. Now, I'm gonna also show you something in the pinned comment section before we play the video. The 49ers got their second Super Bowl loss. The Chiefs got their second Super Bowl win. The 49ers got their 22nd playoff loss. The 49ers got their 222nd loss total in the modern era. Andy Reid got his 222nd career win. It is exactly 222 weeks since Kansas City won the World Series. November 1st, 2015, right? The Chiefs were the 2 seed. The 49ers were the 1 seed. All right. Now, is Kansas City a baseball team? Did I get that right? Hold on, y'all. I'm not a baseball fan, but let me see something. We just freestyling here. Yeah, Kansas City Royals. Okay. Did they win the World Series in 2015? See, I'm freestyling here. We just gonna roll with it. Did they win the World Series? I don't know. Let's find out. Yep, they won the World Series. I just wanted to make sure that was in my notes because I did that a long time ago. I'm not a baseball fan like that. I had to make sure. But yeah, as you can see here.
Alright, win number 222 is the ritual for Andy Reid. But I want you to peep Terry Bradshaw. Alright, check him out.
Now for those who don't know Terry Bradshaw won multiple Super Bowls with the Steelers. Alright. Terry Bradshaw is very well aware of this whole thing.
Well. Win 222 is kind of special. Man alive. How great is that? Huh?
Alright, you see what he said?
Hey! How about those trees?
Alright, now peep this. I'm gonna go up a little bit to about right here. Alright, peep what Terry Bradshaw say now.
Is our defense taking care of business? Our coaches, man, a great job of keeping things right at the right time. Yeah, I mean, it was a beautiful thing. You've been here a couple times. I have, but I'll tell you what, you're
He said he been there a couple times. You peep that?
fan favorite. God bless you. What a wonderful day to get 222. I appreciate it. All right.
It's a wonderful day to get 222. He already stressed that the first time. He said it was a special number, then he mentioned it twice. You think that's done on accident? They just basically throwing it in your face. And for people like me and Zachary Hubbard at Gematria Effect, like we know this shit. We've studied this shit and we listen to it, and it's like repetitive. But to those who don't know the number codes, it'll go over your head. You just be thinking, damn, that is cool. 222. You don't get it. You have to learn. So I've been telling people, get aware of this shit.
Now bring.
He said, what a wonderful way to get 222. You see that? Obvious.
Very obvious. And we out. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel by hitting the red subscribe button. And make sure you hit the notification bell. If you have problems receiving notifications, make sure you unsubscribe and then resubscribe and hit the bell again. On the right hand side, all of my channels will be available. And subscribe to all of them, because with YouTube censorship, there's no telling where I might have to move around. So make sure you subscribe to all channels available. And if you have a cell phone, in the description box of each and every single upload, you can follow me on social media. You can also contact me via phone and email, and there will be a link to each channel to subscribe to. And also, don't forget to check out my playlists, my vision series, and my uploads over the past few years. You can go all the way back to the memory lane as well. If you would like to donate, Cash App and PayPal, $ Huggie Pacino, paypal.com/Huggie Pacino. Thank you for watching. I am Huggie Pacino for the Huggie Pacino Effect. Thank you.
Now that's Huggie Pacino certified.